All right, we're back.
We're still using the jib arm.
I love the
I
jib
want to see it
arm.
move.
We'll get there.
A nice, smooth motion.
I want to know how it works.
We'll get there.
All right.
All right, well, the Chambana Moms are with us tonight because we're talking about maternity leave for moms. We've got, so we found some really interesting statistics about other countries that get tons of maternity leave. Of course, have Amy Hatch and Laura Blau with us tonight. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All right. Well, you feel right at home.
We
During
do,
the conversation
obviously.
earlier, yeah, which is great. We appreciate that. So what about maternity leave? As we talked about this earlier in the week, I would bet that here in the U.S. we don't rank too well compared to other countries.
We rank, 168 out of 173
Ouch.
in the developed world in terms of maternity leave, and I think we're the only country, something like the only country in the world, or not the world, the developed world, that doesn't have any paid maternity leave.
Which seems to be a struggle for a lot of new moms out there. What do you guys think about companies not doing the paid leave like you see in a lot of the European countries?
It's pretty shameful, actually. I think Swaziland and Lesotho are two of the countries that don't have maternity leave, and we're ranked in their group, so that's really pathetic, actually. It's very, very difficult, especially for people who are working minimum wage jobs or maybe jobs that are paid hourly. They don't have sort of a corporate overhang, and right now, not a lot of people have a lot of corporate benefits, even if you are lucky enough to have a job like that.
You do get 12 weeks under the Family Leave Act, right?
It doesn't have to be paid.
But it's not paid, and also there's a lot of loopholes. Like, for instance, when I had my first child, I didn't qualify for FMLA because I hadn't worked there long enough or enough hours. So there's all kinds of things that you have to do to qualify for it, and I think the company has to have so many employees, so it's very, it's not necessarily foolproof.
And I think the average here in the country, in the U.S., is about 6 to 8 weeks. So what is it? We don't recognize the importance of that connection for mom and baby in the first few months, or why do you think we just don't look past 12 weeks as being that important, that we should get back to work and get on with life, if you will?
I think a lot of people in the past, this has been seen as an economic issue, and so this is a capitalistic society, and businesses shouldn't bear that burden of people raising children. But there's an opposite economic detraction there too, is that the government is investing a lot of money into women to educate them, not only from till high school, but even beyond into college, and then not supporting them through what many women opt to do, which is have children and to keep them with their children, and that has an economic value too. So it's a very loaded issue, and politically, but also socially.
So what were your readers saying on your website about this?
Hands down, people said they just did not have enough time at home with their newborns, and typically, you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place. At least I know I did. I actually quit my job when my first child was 3 months old because I couldn't find appropriate daycare for her, and I was in a position where I was making the bulk of the money in my household, and we just took a pretty severe financial cut for me to quit my job. But at the same time, it was more important for me to have that first year with her at home than to continue to pull down a corporate salary. And it really is a bad position to be in to have to make the choice.
And I would imagine you're not going to see that change in the near future, so try to work out the best deal you possibly can get wherever you're working. All right, thank you both for coming in. As we go to break, you know where to find us, IllinoisHomepage.net, but we're going to show you some stats from around the world, what other countries give their moms as they have children. Take a look at some of these numbers.
Sweden, 96 weeks.
Back after this.